Kalau anda kata tak ada Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim, who do you think can be the next Prime Minister replacing?
I mean, we have leaders like Rafizi Ramli, who's the Deputy President. We have Saifuddin Nasution. So I think if you ask me, those are the two most senior leaders in the party. Next in line, I mean, among the Vice Presidents, you have people like Amiruddin, Syahri, you have Nurul Izzah, you have, I mean, I'm also one of the Vice Presidents. So I think in that sense, we are not staff of talent to fill in lah kalau in the future for the party.
Do you see yourself a Prime Minister in the next 10-20 years?
Well, I don't really seriously consider that. I think if you ask me 10, 20 years, after maybe sometime as minister ke apa, then I would love to either run a bookshop or run a football club. I think that's more rewarding. Like you said, I mean, the public criticisms and whatnot. Not to say that you run a football club is just as bad probably, but it's something less taxing lah kot. But for me, I mean, we have a lot of other talents in the party.
How about next year? What's your plan in the party? Next year akan ada election kan, party election. You going to defend your vice presidency, or do you plan to take a step up?
Well, I mean, constitutionally in the party, Datuk Seri Anwar has still one more term to go because there's a cap of 3 terms, right? So, and I see him defending that position. And I think, Rafizi will also defend his position. So I will also defend my position lah. As so I don't see myself. I mean, I think I'm already vice president. It's a big job as it is, and I think I'll focus my efforts there, and put for the next party election, nothing beyond vice president lah.
What do you think about PKR punya rejuvenation?
Well, we have a good track record, right? So I think, so people like myself, Amiruddin, Rafizi, Likang, a lot of us came in during the 2008 elections. We were in our 20s. And now, Rafizi is Deputy President. Myself, Likang, Amir, we are all Naib President. Fahmi is Ketua Penerangan, right? So, all I can say is that we have a very young lineup. Not many parties where you have the deputy and vice presidents in their 40s, right? Not only that, if you look at 4 youngest MPs that we have, is Dr. Taufik, Prabha, Sadiq, and CM Chew. 3 out of 4 are from Keadilan. Right, and they are in their 20s and early 30s. So we are still very, very strong in that sense. I think not many parties produce young leaders like we do. But I take it that the challenge is that once you are more successful, and this is always a challenge. When dulu we were a movement, it was so easy. I mean, partly why people like me and all that, we came in because tak cukup calon, right? So it was easy to come in. But now the party is more established. We have 1 million members. You go to ni, dia kau tak MP, dia adun, kau tak adun, dia ahli majlis, kau tak ahli majlis, dia ketua kampung. So it's so structured, right? And that makes it challenging. So I think we need to keep up the process of rejuvenation, of bringing new people in. One of the things that I'm starting this year is we are starting a program like a Keadilan Fellowship program to bridge the gap between people who are interested to be active in the party and the party structure, because there is a gap. I mean, not everyone, they understand how to go through the politik cabang, ranting, and all that, but they have the talent. And we have 1 million members, so we have a lot of people who are ordinary members, but they don't know how to bridge that gap. So we are trying to do that so that we can continue to draw in the best talents, because you have to understand that for Keadilan, we have to be very strategic at this. Because if we just let the quote-unquote free market work, then you will just have say you won't have enough Indian leaders or you won't have enough female leaders. And you can't blame. You say, oh, tak cukup because tak apalah, let it be lah, tak cukup female leaders. We can't do that, right? We need to be actively involved to ensure that there's enough female leaders, young leaders, Indian leaders, Bumiputra Sabah Sarawak, Chinese, so on and so forth. So I think because we are a multiracial party, so that is the considerations that we have in order to continue to rejuvenate the party leadership.